Alrighty, folks. Well, today's official weight is 271.4. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm not terribly disappointed. I'm going to be honest, folks. I just went way overboard after the 4th of July. I know I said I'd go low carb, but I didn't really. Over the weekend, I didn't go low carb. I didn't recalibrate until Tuesday, which is a couple days ago. So the whole weekend, it's not that I overate, but I was eating fast food. I had Chick-fil-A, I had Panera Bread Company, very high in salt, very high in sodium. It takes a while for that to flush out, but I feel very encouraged that I did not gain. So because I recalibrated Tuesday, went right back to, no fast, no fast food. Not that I don't eat fast food regularly, folks, anyway. That's the frustrating part. I don't drink beer. I don't eat fast food regularly. All the things they say you should give up, I don't do that anyway. So it's like, oh. But anyway, folks, oh, by the way, I crossed myself. I'm not Catholic. Okay, just to be, I'm a Protestant. I just do that just in case. But anyway, folks, so yes, 271.4. I know, pathetic, isn't it, folks? I should be down to 250 or 240 by now, but it is what it is. But I am doing weightlifting, and I hate to say it, but in the long run, it's going to pay off. In the short run, it's going to probably lead to a stall in my progress on the scale. But I'll tell y'all something. The worst advice that people are given is to cut back your calories and do tons of cardio. That's the worst advice ever, because all the people that do that gain the weight back. I'm not saying cardio is not important. We should do cardio every now and then. It's good for your heart and lungs. I did some jump roping earlier. But the best thing to do is strength training, weightlifting, building that muscle. Even when you're trying to lose fat, you be doing that. It will take so much longer, but in the long run, it pays off. So 271. I'm gonna weigh myself tomorrow, see if there's any change. Because I've been slacking, folks. I admit it. I've been slacking. I haven't been weighing myself. Now I weigh myself at home, but not on camera. But take that as you may. But I have been slacking on the consistency. But I do think, folks, that I hate to say this, I'm having a rebound from my extreme low carb thing that I did about a month ago. But the blessing is it's happening as I predicted. It's happening not as bad, because if I stayed on that path and continued low carb or no carb through the whole thing, I would just rebound like 100 pounds, or whatever whatever people do when they do that on a long term. But I can do that again. I think it will every now and then trick your body into losing weight if you do the low carb thing. But at the gym, I've been really putting in the effort, and I think that over time it's going to show. But like right now, people are saying, well, you're not doing very well, because they can't tell. They don't live. I know. I can tell I'm doing pretty well, and I can tell my fitness level is improving. The whole point of this Fit and Lean channel is, of course, weight loss. I want to lose weight, obviously, but it's also to get stronger. I see my father is 90 years old, and I'm halfway to 90. Okay, so my father can't even lift himself out of a chair. He has to have a chair lift, and he has to use a walker. Well, he never did any weight training. He never did any weightlifting. He never did any exercise, really, at all. He's lived to be 90. But if you can't, that's the whole point, is in midlife especially, because I'm thinking about getting old right now. I've been thinking about getting old since I was 20, but I'm thinking, especially since I see my father and how he is, if you can't lift yourself up, then you have a problem. Even at 90 years old, you should be able to pull yourself up, your own body weight. And if you can't do that, then you have a problem. So the whole point of strength training, to me, I'm thinking about aging. I'm thinking about when I get old, and I want to be able to pull myself up. Of course, I won't be 270 pounds then, hopefully a little bit lighter, but I want to be pulling myself up and be able to do that. And that's what I'm thinking about, folks. So it's not just vanity, it's necessity. But a lot of people are giving this advice, just do cardio, just cut your calories. And what do we see? People fail and time again, because it doesn't work. So, but what I'm doing is sustainable, and I also believe I'm hitting a set point. Apparently, one of my set points has always been 270 pounds, with the exception of when I took diet pills and I was starving myself. But my set point seems to be 270 pounds previously as well, and I don't know why it's so high, because I'm not even I think I'm about, I don't know what I am, but halfway to 190 is what? I don't know what that is. My math is not very good. I started at, officially 293, but I weighed more than that, folks. That's why I always say I've lost over 30 pounds. When in June of last year, I was over 300 pounds. I know it. I just know it. Because my highest weight ever was 308 pounds, and that was in the fall of 2020. And I think I lost a little bit of weight in 2021 or 22, regained it because of DoorDash again. Now, folks, I'm completely turned off to DoorDash. I mean, as God's my witness, I rarely use DoorDash or any of those. They're just so expensive. They add so much money to it. They add like a whole bunch of money to add at least $10 to it, to your order. And a lot of the food that, even if it is so-called healthy food, it's just loaded with extra stuff, every time you order food. So I've been making my meals at home. I've been really thinking about all the long terms, all the long terms. I'm not short term anymore. It's all the long terms. So I know y'all are disappointed, but it is what it is, folks, as the blacks say. So thank y'all for watching. Go to my website at meetskeletonsplace.com, and remember, folks, say a prayer for someone special today. Bye-bye.